Hi there! I'm going to show you how to make some sourdough English muffins. We're ready with some refreshed sourdough starter. Look at how bubbly it is, even though the starter was in the fridge for a week. I'm going to take just a tablespoon of the starter. That's about enough for my English muffins to grow. I'm going to add a cup of milk, and that's because I like the way milk tenderizes the English muffins. You can use water. And then I'm also going to add 2 cups of flour. I have these pre-weighed, and the recipe is available pretty easily. That's all it takes for the start of the English muffins. Just going to mix these together, and it's going to sit together on my counter while I'm at work, and the sourdough is going to work. We could have done this overnight, but we're doing it in the morning. I'm going to cover it with a plate because I don't believe in plastic wrap, and a plate does a good job of keeping everything pretty moist. That's the consistency, a kind of stiff dough. Let's get a plate to top it, and we'll see you after work. Hi, welcome back. I have got my English muffin dough ready to go. And by ready, I mean it's risen all day or overnight. It's a little bit puffy. And I'm ready to incorporate a tiny bit of baking soda and salt. I'm going to do that by adding some water to dissolve it so that I don't have any pockets of baking soda. I'm sure you've had those moments in baking where you have an unpleasant little burst of soda. So I'm just mixing that in, and this allows me to also see how the texture of the English muffins is doing. I want a pretty soft dough. I'm going to roll it out to about a ½ inch thick and cut it into circles that I'm going to put on a cookie sheet that has cornmeal, because that's what goes on English muffins, right? Have a little cornmeal. So just cutting them out, regular biscuit cutter. Got a biscuit cutter over here. It's a little bit bigger. You can make them any size that you want. Put them on the tray. These are going to rise about ½ an hour to 45 minutes. And I'm going to re-roll the rest of it, and we will come back when they're ready to griddle. Here's the English muffins. They've risen a little bit, and as you can see from the finger test, it stays in a little bit, but there's still room for it to rise, which means that it's the perfect time to head over to the griddle. So I've got my griddle nice and hot. Not too hot, that is. It's medium hot. And we are going to cook each side for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then create a stovetop oven to make it cook all the way through. So here they are. They're going to sit for about 3 minutes, and I'll show you the next step. You can see that these guys have really risen up from the griddle, and it's time to flip them over. Probably better to use an actual tool other than my fingers. They should be brown on the one side, and then they're going to brown on the other side. I'm going to let these go for about 2 minutes, and I'm going to show you my little oven prop. My idea with the prop is to create a stovetop indoor oven so that these sides, which are quite moist, can dry out without turning on the oven. So I have a soup ladle in the back. There's our stovetop oven, and these will be ready in about 3 minutes.